Hello, this is Jennifer Parrish, Superintendent of Poquoson City Schools. I'd like to share with you an update about our bully prevention programs. First, you see here is the definition of bullying. As you can see, this definition comes from Virginia State Code. It is the definition that we are required to use when reporting any disciplinary incidents related to bullying. I'd also like to share with you the definitions that can be found in our Student Code of Conduct that relate to bully-like behaviors. First, you see harassment. This occurs if there's repeated, annoying, or attacks on a student or group of students, which in turn creates an intimidating or hostile educational environment. Also, disruptive or disrespectful behavior can capture bully-like behaviors. This includes inappropriate comments that may be made to other students. These comments may be specific in terms of criticism of other students' appearance or actions, and also can involve teasing other students. The comments may be made verbally and in writing, which would include comments made through technology during the school day. It also includes horseplay or any arguments that students may be having. I'll now talk about the highlights of the bully prevention programs that are occurring in each of our 4 schools. Please know on the website we have additional information that shares all of the actions being taken at each of our schools with regard to bully prevention. Let's start with the primary school. As you see here, our school counselor meets with classes every 6 days to address good character and citizenship topics. Teachers and staff then reinforce these topics in the classroom throughout the week. Our teachers and staff there also recognize students as bucket fillers. These are students who have done something kind for other students or staff members. They are then recognized monthly by the school administrators. As is the case in all of our schools, staff development is provided with regard to bullying to our teachers and other staff members. So we are constantly training them on ways to deal with bullying and to address it in our classrooms and schools. At the elementary school, our PTO sponsors the annual No Bullying Assembly. This will occur in September or October for all students. Teachers at the elementary school lead weekly class meetings with students to promote positive student relations, so they know how to build positive relationships. Our school counselor meets with classes to address topics such as cyberbullying and active bystander roles. It is important that we talk to students about being active bystanders so they know if they see something, they need to report it to an adult in the school. Also, our rising 3rd grade students receive a review of the elementary school no bullying rules in the spring before they ever arrive at school. At the middle school, at the start of the school year, our administrators present information at grade level meetings about bullying and any rules associated with it. Also, the middle school has the program TASLAH, or Take a Stand, Lend a Hand. This program includes class lessons as well as other activities that are directly related to bully prevention, and it takes place throughout the course of the year. This year, a guest speaker was brought into PE classes to emphasize the different character traits that we wish our students to have. It has been so successful that the guest speaker will be brought in periodically through the remainder of the school year. Quarterly Golden Bull Awards are awarded to students, and they reflect the theme of each TASLAH unit, so they are directly tied to student citizenship. New students at the middle school are paired with a student mentor. This ensures that new students have someone that they can ask any questions of as soon as they enter the school, and helps them to more easily develop new friendships. School counselors also share class lessons addressing all forms of bullying throughout the school year, and this is in addition to the TASLAH program that occurs in classrooms as well. At the high school, like the middle school, the administrators present information at grade level meetings at the start of the school year about bullying and school rules and consequences. The principal also meets with a Principal's Advisory Council. This includes students from all grade levels, different student groups, and cliques. Students discuss bullying and how the school can support students when addressing bullying. In addition to that, at the high school, there's the School Bully Prevention Committee, which meets monthly and consists of students and teachers. New this year is the addition of a parent to the committee. This committee directs the work done in class meetings to include the lesson plans that teachers will use to address bully prevention. Students are very engaged in this program, which is evident by the fact that a group of students have even created a dramatic presentation which is then shown to all students as part of the bully prevention program at the high school. Counselors this year, for the first time, are implementing a peer-to-peer lunch bunch. This will enable students to meet in small groups to discuss issues such as bullying, harassment, and disrespectful behavior. It is hoped that this group will enable students to share their experiences and then continue to enhance the environment at the high school. Like the other schools, students at the high school are recognized for acts of kindness and provided specific motivational messages throughout the course of the year. High school students and staff participate in a regional diversity dialogue day, where they network and discuss ways to build inclusive communities. School divisions from throughout the peninsula also have students attend this event. Our counselors and administrators at the high school, like all the schools, work with individual students in need of support. This is why it is so important that students and other adults report to counselors and administrators any concerns they have about students who might need additional support in our schools. We are often asked about bullying and discipline consequences. As you can see here, bullying and cyberbullying are defined in the Student Code of Conduct, and as I mentioned earlier, are aligned with the state definition. What you see here is our consequences range from intervention through long-term suspension or expulsion for our students in grades K through 5. At the secondary level, the consequences range from short-term suspension through long-term suspension or expulsion, so a little bit different from the elementary school. Consequences for bully-like behaviors and harassment range from consequences from conferences to long-term suspension or expulsion for grades K through 12. Administrators act immediately when informed of any possible bullying or other inappropriate behaviors and ensure that they apply appropriate consequences. It is important to note that the data that is reported to the state through our disciplinary reporting contains all of the data related to bullying as well as to the other Code of Conduct offenses I've mentioned in this presentation. We are very transparent about that data. Just a reminder to everyone that there are many ways to report bullying in our schools. It can be reported to counselors, administrators, teachers, a school nurse, or other staff. When any staff member is told about a possible bullying situation or about bully-like behaviors, they will report it to the administrators so that it can be appropriately investigated and necessary consequences can be provided. Also, anyone can call the anonymous hotline at the elementary school, middle school, or high school. Those hotlines are checked at least once every 24 hours, and it is a way for somebody to report a concern they have anonymously. On our web page, anyone can access our Let's Talk page. This is another way to report any concerns about bullying or bully-like behaviors. It can be done anonymously, or an individual can provide their email address or phone number so we can reach out to them once we receive the question or concern through Let's Talk. It should be noted that our school administrators and staff work diligently to ensure that there is never any retaliation from reporting, so everyone should feel safe reporting any of their concerns about student behaviors. Here are some next steps for us. The results of the strategic plan survey that we give to our parents, students, and staff in the spring are used to develop school plans and inform our work. Last spring, we requested parents to provide us any insight they had in terms of what improvements could be made to our bully prevention programs. We will likely do the same this spring. While not this year, we're anticipating next year that there may be some additional surveys coming from the state that may also help us monitor student perception of bullying. For the first time this year, in the winter, we are going to have a school safety and bullying focus group at both the middle school and high school. A third party will conduct this focus group so that our students will feel comfortable saying whatever they would like to say within it. This third party also has experience holding these very same focus groups in other school divisions. The results of this work will drive future actions and planning for our schools. And finally, at the high school, it is important to remember that we do have the Police School Liaison Program. This is a program in which police officers come into our schools and may spend some time in their office in our high school and then spend some time moving around the building. It also helps us because they're able to notify us if there are any community issues that may spill into the high school. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation and encourage you to call your student's school and speak with a principal if you have any concerns about bullying or bully-like behaviors.